Let's go ahead and understand the common table expression. So by definition, a common table expression is an SQL. In SQL is a temporary result set that can be referenced within a SQL statement such as select, insert, update, or delete. A CTE expression starts with a with clause, and there are two types of CTE expression. One is recursive CTE expression and another is non-recursive CTE expression. A recursive CTE expression is a query that continuously references a previous result until it returns an empty result set. So it's a best way as used as a convenient way to extract information from hierarchical data, whereas the non-CTE, so non-recursive in a CTE does not have access to its previous result set. So some of the uses of the common table expressions are to simplify the complex query and better structure the query, avoid duplicate subqueries. So if there are any subqueries which is needed multiple times, so we can wrap that around the common table expression. Creating a recursive and a query using a recursive and a CTE, and also improving the readability of a SQL statement. So when it comes to the syntax, as mentioned above, the CTE or common table expression starts with the with clause and the expression name, followed by optional columns name if you want to pass, and then as keyword, and after that a bracket. Within that bracket, a small bracket. Within that small bracket we have a CTE query definition. So also we can have multiple CTE expression within a query definition. We will separate them using a comma. You will have with expression name 1 as, and then the CTE definition and comma, and expression 2 as CTE definition for 2, comma, and so on. So moving ahead, let's look at some of the examples of the common table expression. So first, let's look at the recursive common table expression. So as mentioned, that here we are trying to get a sum from 1 to 100 natural numbers using a recursive common table expression. So we start with the with statement and the recursive keyword. So for recursive common table expression, Tn represents the T as a name of the common table expression, and N as the variable passed to it or a column passed to it. And we have the first will be a value. So the first in a recursive statement gives the values from whatever the number starts, and it starts with 1 to 100, and then we will do a select and a sum for n, and then from the table. Okay, let's look at another example to get the total revenue of the product. So we have a top sales as our common table expression, where we get all the product along with the number of items that product is sold, and using a group by statement. Now with this CTE expression, we can use this in an inner join with a product table to calculate the total revenue per product. So let's move ahead and then see hands-on. So in the hands-on, let's go ahead and start our PC admin, and over here, so I will just get rid of all this query over here. Now we will write for the CTE recursive one. So we start with see T of n. We are passing T of n, and we have to give as, and then here inside the small bracket we will be writing our the SQL statement. So we give values as 1, and then we do union all. So we're starting with the 1, and then we will do a union all, and then here we will do select n plus 1 from the table T where n is less than 100. So this should basically give us the column with the list from 1 to 100. So if we do SELECT, it is select all from T. If we just do that and then run this query, sure enough, we'll get 1 all the way up to 100 over here. So now in order to get the sum, so for since we have a column as name as n, so we can just do sum and then n, and sure enough we'll get the sum of number from 1 to 100, which is 5050. Okay, let's comment this out and look at the second example. So in the second example, we are getting the first we are getting all the product numbers, by product in the CTE expression, and then we are using that as another table to join with our product table to calculate the total amount. So for this total revenue per product, we will start with again with TO P top S alias sales. Okay, we're gonna name that as that one, and then within here we will see, so select. So for this we would need information from the product table, which contains what column is like the product ID. So we need PRODUCT product underscore ID, comma, and then we will do a sum of the items, sum of the item order count, item sorry, we will need from the orders table, and then column, so product ID, and then item ordered, ORDER, ordered underscore count, as we will name this as TOTL total count from orders. And we're gonna have to group by PRODUCT product ID. So if we see this, if we want to just see what this have, then we can do SELECT select all from TOP top underscore cell. So this should give us the product ID and the number of items that were sold. So here, sure enough, we have the product ID along with total count, which represents the total number of items sold. So I will comment this out, and then now we will take this product ID and join it with the product table and the unit price. So total revenue is number of items sold into unit price. So that should give us the number of revenue total amount. So we do SELECT select. We're gonna select the name of the product and the CTE category underscore name, then TOTL total underscore count, which is coming from the top table count, comma, and we will get the unit price into, we're gonna say TOTL total underscore CONT count. So for this, we'll convert this or round this up into like a 2 decimal places. So for rounding, we first need to cast it in Postgres. So cast it as numeric. So the output of this will be as NUMERIC numeric, and then we can do round. Okay, then we can do over here in the round, and sure enough, RUND round, and then comma, and round it up to 2 values, and let's give it an alias name as TOTL total underscore amount. All right, total amount, and then we're gonna remove that from we will say PRODUCT product. So we want to do inner join. We'll cover the joins in later section, but for this section we're just combining 2 tables, inner join TOP top underscore alias sales. All right, so we're gonna do on, so PRODUCT product dot PRODUCT product ID, which is equals to top sales dot PRODUCT product ID, and we can also order it by total amount if we want to see like which one was sold highest. So we'll do order by TOTL total underscore amount descending, and then semicolon. So let's go ahead and then select this to run, and sure enough we get name of the item that was sold, which category it's in, and the total number of items it has, and the total amount in descending order. So For mango juice in groceries and category, it was sold in four items, and it had a total sales value of like $20 and so on. Now let's move on to our next topic, which is the subquery.